Turkey is sending 1,000 tons of aid to Gaza, but what's important is they're sending it by ship. And of course, Israel isn't allowing any ships into Gaza, so a lot of people are talking about this. But first, before I talk about that, you need to note that Turkey is the largest supplier of humanitarian aid to Gaza since October the 7th. In fact, Turkey has delivered nearly 100,000 tons of aid, and they've also cut off relations with Israel and even trade. Now, I'll get to this exact aid ship that they're sending to Gaza in a moment, but you need to note that this is actually the 17th aid ship that they're sending to Gaza. But this aid ship they're sending today is actually the first one that's being sent since the Gaza ceasefire deal was signed this weekend. And so because of that, Turkey is hoping for a different outcome this time. Now, because Israel has said, and they have previously intercepted any ships that head into Gaza, because Israel has a naval blockade up, Turkey isn't sending the ship directly to Gaza. Instead, they're sending it to Egypt and then sending the aid from Egypt to Gaza. The ship is expected to dock in Egypt in the next few days, and then the nearly 1,000 tons of aid will be loaded onto trucks that will then be brought into Gaza, hopefully, via the crossings in Egypt. Yes, there is a lot of restrictions on the aid that is allowed to go into Gaza, but from what we know, the aid from the previous 16 aid ships that Turkey has delivered have got into Gaza, so hopefully this one will too. Quite interesting news, it's the first aid ship that's being sent to Gaza since the ceasefire deal was signed, but as usual, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.